Hello traders and welcome to tradingwithbill.com. I'm Bill. We're in Thailand. It's sunny, blue skies, and hot. We're going to talk a little bit about Forex today. We'll take a look at some charts, see what's going on data-wise. It's a beautiful day. All right, traders. So what about yesterday? We tried to get in a couple of trades, tried to get in that euro that we talked about yesterday where it took 24 hours and all that stuff. It just never happened. It just never happened. And never got in. So I had no entries yesterday. I had an appointment yesterday afternoon, so of course I was away from my charts for like 4 hours. And yeah, so I didn't come back until it was late into London lunch by the time I got back. So, all right, so let's see what's going on. API weekly crude oil inventories came out bad at negative 1.3. So we have MI leading index out of the Aussie very soon, and construction work done. Westpac consumer sentiment coming out also in about an hour and 25 minutes. It is currently 7:07 in Thailand in the morning. That would be 20:07 on Wall Street on a Tuesday night. All right, so what else we got? French non-farm payrolls. I really don't think that's going to make any movements in the markets. German composite PMI, German services PMI, and German manufacturing PMI, which is the big one. Euro's got manufacturing PMI, also services PMI. The pound, look at all this data coming out of the pound, huh? A lot of data. CPI year on year is the big one. Halifax house price index and PPI input is the big one. The rest of them are all low impact. No reason to fret that. Then we get into the U.S. session. Not much at the beginning. Manufacturing PMI, services PMI, market composite PMI, crude oil inventories. That'll be watched pretty closely today with all the talk about oil. Crushing crude oil inventories will be out today. So a good amount of data today compared to yesterday where we had none. So hopefully we'll get some movement in the markets. I was in the U.S. session yesterday looking at options and things like that. And it was slow. I actually stayed. I didn't stay as long as I normally do. I was out of there by 10:30 a.m. on Wall Street, and I was out. I was done. So yeah, it was a pretty slow opening of markets yesterday on Wall Street. All right, so let's get to the charts and let's see what's cooking. What's cooking? What's cooking? So here I took a look at the New Zealand CAD. I'm trying to go outside the box a little bit in our charts. So we're going to, try to get at least one a day. We'll go outside the box. So New Zealand CAD. Now, my opinion about the Kiwi. The Kiwi is weak. The Kiwi's been weak for a long time. Been weak for years and years and years. But there's some things I like about this chart. And one is that it's sideways. However, it's got like a double top now, maybe working on a triple top here. So this just looks like another opportunity for us. So let's just take a look at what we're doing here. Yeah, so we bring that up there. There's a opportunity here. A little bit of a wide open space, but not that much. Let's box this in today and see where we're at here. We're going to box that in about there. So that's our range. We're pretty much almost 50% of this box here. So we don't want to sell here, right? We don't want to buy or sell here. Even though the buying idea isn't a bad thing, right? If you wanted to buy here, maybe it's going to bounce off this support area and it's going to head to the upside. So we can at least, think maybe we can get this to the upside. But you're only going for, 20 pips, right? 15, 20 pips, take it to the upside, and then of course we want to sell it. And let's see how that works. Now this does this all the time, doesn't it? Every time I do this, it does this. So anyhow, I was talking to my friend here in Thailand, and I've noticed it in other rooms too, but people are going back to pivot points, and maybe they've been in pivot points, but when I started trading, pivot points were huge. I had MT4 back then, and I had a program where I had 4-hour pivot points. We were trading off of 4-hour pivot points. Pretty amazing. And I still had the same strategy, pull back, all that stuff. and pivot points. So anyhow, on my Ninja Trader charts, I put on pivot points. So it's pretty interesting to get a little bit back into pivot points and see how we can do with that. I haven't figured out how to get pivot points on TradingView, and I will. I'll work on that, but I hadn't had much luck. It like really crams up the chart. It just throws all these things in there, and the chart looks horrible. So we're looking at 89.21 to sell it. Okay, somewhere in there we'll look to sell it. If you want to take the hit here to take the shot at going to the upside here, that's a possibility. What's in your advantage? Well, the 10 exponential moving average is right below price. You're looking at a second high, lower high. If it breaks a third, makes another higher low, get in there. It's an opportunity to get in there. Where are you going to put your stop? Right at the 10 EMA, right? You're going to put your stop 5 pips away, 6 pips away. That's it, right? This is a shot you're going to take. Hopefully it just bounces to the upside and you can get to break even after 10 or 12 pips and then take the rest, to your take profit area. So, just looking at both sides of the trade on this one. So let's move along here. We're going to take a look at the Great British Pound, JPY, the beast as we used to call it. So this is a nice move to the downside. Nice move to the downside. Maybe look over there somewhere. So what are we going to, you see this to me looks like we missed the boat here. This is just going to continue to the downside. I don't see nothing here that says this looks like it's going to give us a spot to go back up again. Look at your moving averages. Angle and separation, just looks to me like this is just going to continue. I don't see any trade here, my friends. I don't see no trade here at all on the beast, the pound yen. So, if you were going to look at something, right, you'd look at, like your next resistance, strong resistance area would be there. And we could throw a line, a horizontal line there. Just take a look at that. Yeah, something like that, right? And take that to the upside. I guess this was from the other day. We could take that out of there. Yeah, so that's what's happening here. I don't see no trade here. No trade at all on this one. I just don't see anything. Let's take a look at the pound dollar while we're in the pound. Just take a scoot here. Yeah, nothing here. Nothing to do here either. Right? There's no trade here. Our markings from yesterday are still the same. So there's just absolutely nothing to do here. Ignore that yellow. That's not an entry. I haven't really looked at that. So, but this is an entry to the downside. The 200. But this, if you're selling at this 200, you're right back in the mess. Look at this jump you got right left of the chart, immediately left of the chart. So I don't like that at all. Really, there's no trade here either. No trade there. Now, you all know I like the EURUSD. I think we talked about it yesterday. Yeah, so this did exactly what we talked about, that this was just going to continue to the downside, and we didn't have an opportunity here at all, right? Let's see if I can get in here. Come on. There you go. So let's pull this fib down here. Let's pull this fib down and see where we're at. Yeah, where we're at is out of there. Out of there. I don't know, this is above the 55, my friends. This is above the 55. Maybe you got a shot to the upside. So the nice about, we talked about this the other day, is with the EURUSD is once it's in a move, it likes it until it decides to change, right? So maybe this is our signal to the upside, right? This pair doesn't give you a lot of variation. It goes in one thing for a couple of days, 3 days, whatever. And then when it decides it wants to turn around and go the other way, it does. There's really no rhyme or reason. The one thing I like about this pair is that once it's in its mode, it's in its direction, it stays there and just continues. So now we're above the 10, we're above the 55. This to me looks like more of an opportunity to buy this than it is to sell it. So, you got two pairs here, the Euro weak, the Aussie, which is who knows what it's doing. They want it weak, right? So, yeah. This to me looks like a buying opportunity, not a selling opportunity. And I know you guys don't hear a lot of that from me about buying opportunities. What else do you want to take a look at? Let's take a look at our good old friend, the New Zealand dollar. Did that do anything yesterday? No, it's still puddling around. It looks like, I mean, really, the opportunity, if you wanted to wait for this, is really below the 200, right? If you wanted to sell that, you're below the 200. This right here, you know, here's a support line, which was resistance before. This can just pop to the upside. Really, this can absolutely just pop to the upside. So here's another trade that we really have two opportunities. Just absolutely two opportunities here to take that to the upside. Right, and then we'll just take this up to, if I can get that to work. All right, we'll take that up to there. So 69.75, somewhere in there. We'll get in at 69.15. You know, this is a 45 pip trade, depending on where you get in. Now, there's stuff left of the chart. You got to watch that. But I do think this looks to me like it could be a legitimate bounce moving higher, right? Moving to the upside. All right. Yeah, that looks like it's about it here on a Wednesday. Beautiful day in Thailand today. I got to be honest with you. It's warm already, but it's a really beautiful day. And we'll keep you updated on pivot points. It's pretty wild seeing a lot of traders going back to pivot points, and maybe they, like I said, maybe they had been, and I just missed it. But it's good to put pivots back on my charts. It was pretty fun doing that yesterday and watching pairs do their thing. It's time. Let's take a look at the dollar index, my friends. I did not look at it this morning, but it's at 93.50, and I'm okay with that. You know, we'd love to be at 94.40 or 94.10, somewhere in there. But you know what? This looks good, right? Technically, it did exactly what you would expect it to. It comes down to the 200 exponential moving average and bounces. What's the problem here? You got the 10 and the 55 EMA right above price now. What's it going to do? Is it going to stay in this range, or is it going to pop to the upside, or is it going to continue to the downside? It's the dollar index. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it, though, but we want it strong. We want the dollar index strong. Traders, thank you so much for being with me today, and we'll catch you tomorrow morning in Asia. Traders, always remember to trade smart, not hard. We'll catch you now. Take care. Bye-bye.